You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's ZENNI.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. How are you? Come on in. Man, we're just so close to the Thanksgiving holiday weekend here in America. I'm recording this show probably about a week before Thanksgiving, I think. I stay a week in advance usually, and I'm wondering where the heck did my week go? Why did things hit so crazy? What happened? I was doing so much, and it seemed like I got a lot done, but I didn't get done what I needed. Oh my God, where did it go? And then the motivation. Why did I lose my motivation? My name is Scott Logic. I don't lose motivation, but I did. But I found it. I'll tell you where yours goes too, okay? It's a minute. Hang on. All right, it's the Daily Boost from motivationamoo.com, the positive boost you need every single day. Hey, by the way, thank you, Joe, for telling me about that wonderful little piece of software. He sent me a note. Scott, you need this for your podcast. It's called Fab Filter. I said, hey, Joe, thanks, man. I already got it. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. Whenever you guys give me a suggestion about anything at all that I could use, I do appreciate it. Just Scott at motivationamoo.com. Sometimes I got it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I appreciate it. Sometimes I don't. Nice little rhythm there, isn't it? My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationamoo.com. You're coming in day before. Maybe you're listening to this over the river and through the woods to grandma's house, wherever you happen. It's like 30 million people flying this weekend. Are you insane? Yesterday's show was about retirement, having all the time in the world to do what you want to do. So not retiring. No, it's about not retiring, but having freedom. That's what the show is about, right? So part of that would be don't leave on a Wednesday. It'd be leave the weekend before and take the whole week off and then come back. That's true retirement freedom there. So retire today and have your freedom, if that makes sense. My Scott Logic newsletter is available to you. I think we're a month into it right now. I'm having fun with that. Some days I think, what am I doing this for? And somebody asked me, what are you doing this for? You have the other emails. I said, because I like to do it. But sometimes I sit down and go, gosh, got to write the email. But can I tell you something? When I sit down to write it, I go in this zone and it's so fun to do. And I just I get lost in it. That's why I do it. And what I know is that I imagine who needs another email every single day, right? You don't. But when you open it up and you hit reply and you let me know that, man, I didn't think about life that way, but thank you for that. I understand that I've done the same thing to you. You've experienced the same thing I did. It was a good use of your time. Anyway, get it if you want to. It's awesome. motivationamoo.com. Go get it. It's right at the top of the page. All right. So Holiday week, right? All in kind of a different mode right now. All bets are off for a lot of people. If you're in retail and things like that, things are going to get busy. We are having Thanksgiving tomorrow. 13 or 14 people will be here. I forget. It's 13 plus the babies, so it's going to be more. I said, why do you do that? 13 plus the babies. Just aren't they people too? Yeah, a couple of babies kicking around here these days. Family's getting bigger. And by my calculation, I think there's 2 more to come. Although, who knows? There may be more, maybe less. But they're telling us we can expect 2 more here in the coming years. My wife has 2 turkeys this year. As you know, my wife likes leftovers. So she literally will make a turkey just so she has leftovers in case we went to somebody else's house and she didn't get enough for herself. So she'll make a turkey. This year, she bought 2 turkeys. She's making 2 turkeys for Thanksgiving. I said, why are we making 2 turkeys? They're like 2 20-pound turkeys. They're big. That's plenty for this group. Plus the ham and everything. And she said, because I want to make sure everybody else has leftovers. I said, okay. All right. You're cooking the turkey. Have fun. So where did my week go? Where did my week go? Where did your week go? Have you ever said that? You get into a week, it's like before you know it, it's Friday. I've been working on something recently myself because I noticed our garbage takeout here is on a couple of days a week, but Sunday night is, I guess, the main night, I guess, after the weekend. And we'll take the dogs for a walk, and I'll come around the corner, and I just noticed that, is it Sunday again? It just goes so fast. I've been working on some time expansion and compression ideas, some ways to make it make it a little bit different, and you're going to be surprised by what I'll teach you here in the coming probably a month and a half so about that stuff to make it not so you're coming around to the same thing again and again and again. But it does feel that way sometimes that the week just comes and goes. And how does that happen? Well, it's just the way it is. Well, we have a long weekend in sight right now. And if I'm being honest with you, I'm a little bit worn out on some projects I've been working on, just kind of getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and just in the zone, in that little magical mind zone that the muse speaking to me in the morning, the gods waking me up, whispering in my ear, saying, hey, this is what you need to go write about today. And it gets me out of bed. I come in and do it. But the bottom line is still kind of wears my butt out, let's be honest with you. But that's how you get stuff done, though. My mind is moving to Turkey and motorcycle riding now because it's going to be nice this weekend here in the state of Florida. But Monday is coming again, right? It's going to be here before you know it. It won't take long before this 4-day weekend's done. You're back in the saddle again. Oh, wait. So how do you stay focused and progress toward your goals and get important stuff done if we run out of juice before the week is even over? How does that happen? If we get to our trip this weekend and we're worn out by the time we get where we're going, it's wow, we didn't get anything done. Oh my God, how do we do that? We just feel worn out. I mean, why does early week motivation that has our hair on fire run out before we finish everything? Why does it happen? Have you ever noticed that? That's it. I'm done. Can't do anymore. I just need a break. Well, over the years, there's a couple things I've been covering here, and the first one is a myth. It's a lie. I've been lying to you the entire time. I plan on correcting that for you. Now, let me say, as I expose my big lie, it wasn't a lie. It was accepted science for a long time, but science has changed. We have the fMRI machines. Is that what they call them these days? The imaging devices. We can see how the brain works, how things happen. A lot of scientists have been playing with this stuff. Somebody puts out a study, and then 100 people study the study, and before you know it, you kind of come to a conclusion. You get more information. If you're willing to read everything, eventually you find these things. The myth is that motivation is a finite resource that fades. You probably heard me say that. And what backed it up over a long period of time was, on average, your brain runs out of motivational calories after about 48 hours of focused work. Now, there's a lot of multitasking stuff in here, a lot of ability for your brain to focus. Can it focus on one thing, many things? All that stuff comes into play. Organizational thought, all that is very, very difficult to do, very taxing on your brain. Will just wear you out. I've got about 2 hours of organizational skills in me, energy, I should say, in me, and then I'm done. But what happens with this motivational calories? Well, the theory in the past was that, the motivation muscle lives in the prefrontal cortex of the brain, and that's very much a small part of the brain and has very few calories. It is less developed than it was before because we're basically all still cavemen. So we don't need that part of our brain. It's more important to have, that part of the brain is just to kind of keep up with novel stuff, new stuff that is happening. And other than that, we rely on what's the longer term memories in our brain for just efficiency, if anything, right? Makes sense? So the theory was that you just ran out of motivation, and that was it because you didn't have enough calories and you were still cavemen. It's not true. It's not true. And I always suspected it wasn't true, but I went with the guys in the white coats. I don't do that anymore. If you have a white coat, you have a PhD, I'm going to make you explain yourself a couple times, okay? I am. What happens, though? Motivation doesn't fade. You do. Wait a second, Scott, I don't fade. I'm superhuman. No, you're human, and you get tired. That's it. That's all that happens. So here's a great example for you. So if you're having trouble with motivation, people say to me all the time, Scott, motivate me. Or Scott, I run out of motivation. What do I do? Have you ever been bone tired? Bone tired. You just can't do it anymore. And then on the way home, the phone rings. And somebody you like saying, hey, I got free tickets to the game. You want to go? And boom, suddenly you got all the energy in the world. Off you go, right? You could probably put another million examples like that in there of times when you were so tired and so unmotivated to do anything. And then suddenly something got you excited. Something got your attention. Boom, motivation came right back. And that's essentially what this is. So I just want to make sure you understand this, that don't buy into that myth anymore. It's just you're tired. So what do you do when you're tired? Well, you can shift focus to something else. But eventually, if you shift focus to something else, yes, you'll get motivated, you'll get excited, you'll go do it. But what happens if you start going to games every night of the week and you'll get home till midnight? You get tired. Not tired, Scott. My motivation is gone. No, it's not. You're tired. So think about that. Sleep good, eat well, relax, chillax, as they say, and watch your motivation. It stays. Just balance it out nice and evenly. Now, number 2, God willing, no matter how much work you didn't get done last week and won't get done this week because you're on a holiday, and probably not next week because everybody's coming back from holidays. Some will get back Monday, some Tuesday, some Wednesday, some not until the week after that. There's another week coming. God willing. Another Monday is coming. Another week is coming. All that stuff that didn't happen last week will happen next week. Motivated or not, it's going to happen because you're going to get to that list and you're going to say, But it will be much better off if you make sure you're good and rested. So a long time ago, Tony Robbins said, and it's got to be 25 or 30 years ago now, at least I forget when I heard it the first time at one of his events a long time ago. Most people overestimate what they can do in a week and underestimate what they can do in a year. No doubt about that. Motivation or not, it takes a balance. You want to stay highly motivated all the time, have exciting things to do, fire up that anticipation engine within you, and make sure you get plenty of rest because it will catch up with you eventually. Keep your eyes on that prize that's driving you. Know where you're heading. Understand that no matter what gets in the way, it's going to be yours. Take a break and keep on moving. Let me think about it. When did I first hear that? So I think I first got into Tony Robbins, I was 30 years old. That's, oh man. That's a stepson ago. That's what that is. Oh my God. How'd I get that old? All right. Get my Scott Logic email. It's at motivationtomove.com. I think you're going to like it a lot. It is quick. It's easy. It's not political. It's got a little twist in it. My goal in the email is very simply is to make you smile a little bit, give you a really neat, useful strategy for the day, and to give it to you from an angle that you're like, well, God, I haven't thought about it like that. That's cool. And so far, so good. It's working. So go get it. Motivationtomove.com is where you'll find it. It's free. Unsubscribe whenever you want to. Thanksgiving Day tomorrow. I'll be here. See you then.